everywhere they go.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. We're waiting for Claire to join us. She's so ignorant, is Claire.
Could be waiting a while.
I know. She's never on time, is she? Shocking.
Nobody's on anyway, so it don't really matter.
No, I know. We're talking
Just
to
talk.
ourselves.
Talking to dust.
Hey dear. We've just put on our.
We are.
have.
You make it up as you go along.
I do not.
You do.
Wonder who's going to be first to join us.
Dave.
Dave.
Oh, I've just dropped a filter. Whose is it?
Yours.
Yeah, because that's minty.
Is it minty?
It's minty. I don't like minty. Don't do minty.
I don't like minties. Hey, Karen, how are you, my lovely?
I was wrong, weren't I?
You were. Karen's first one on.
You've just put one out.
I've got to make sure I can still see. I've been on Prosecco. Eh, dear, this Prosecco.
Hi, Karen.
Oh, who's got the Christmas decorations up?
No rose.
Let's make John feel guilty.
Actually, that doll's legs looks a bit like a Christmas decoration.
That one.
Yeah.
Evening, Debbie. Evening, Amelia. Love
Hey,
you
Amelia.
too, my sweets.
Hey, Debbie.
How are you, Debbie and Karen? I hope you're well. Nice. I'm getting a gin. Go and grab a gin now.
Yeah, well.
Go grab a gin. We're on this Prosecco.
Oh, don't show them that. That's Iceland one.
It don't matter. Hey, I'll tell you something. For an Iceland Prosecco, it's very nice. Very, very nice. That's a second bottle so far.
Whoever said Tesco one were good
Is lying.
is lying.
I think it's Sainsbury's Tesco. It's Sainsbury's that won the best Prosecco. I'm sure it's Sainsbury's. I'm good tonight. Cute. Have you got Jess?
No,
We
he's
haven't. Not
pub.
tonight. He's gone to Pubbury. We'll be live shortly though, Debbie. Evening, Jules. Opposite Specsavers.
And I may join Simon.
We may join Simon live. I'll lay on to tea though and let them go. Well, I may join him and then I'll get on to tea after about 10 minutes.
That's what
Depends
I'm
how
gonna do
drunk
tonight.
Simon is. But yes.
Well, he's not going to be sober, is it?
Well, no. When Simon's sober on a Saturday, I don't know. But hey, Kelly, how are you, my lovely? We're good. Potato! Potato van!
I must have missed something.
Hey, Laura, how are you, my sweets? Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. I know we've not been live, and we do apologise. Health-wise, it hasn't been good. I think it was last Wednesday. Was it last Wednesday I fell at Jordan's?
I don't know.
I fell down at Jordan's outside. Evening, Rita. So, yeah, and John's got doctors on Monday. They rang us up on Friday. They want him in for more tests on Monday. And then I forgot when you're going for camera dart throat.
It's not been booked yet.
We're still waiting for that one. But
the doctors
hey, Rita, my lovely.
apparently referred me to hospital.
They
with this
did.
camera down my throat. And then I guess I'd heard nothing.
Rita.
I'd heard nothing about it. So I ring hospital. Oh, ring doctors, sorry. They say ring hospital, gastroenterology. So I ring them. They've got no record of them being referred. So then they tell me to ring doctors back. So then I ring doctors back. This is from September. There's the doctors referred me. So then I ring doctors back and they re-refer me. And now I've had a message saying if I hadn't heard out by 12th of January, it's like, really? I've been waiting since September.
Are you feeling, Rita? I know when my mum had hers, they told her that she weren't allowed to do anything. 2 days after she left the hospital, she were hoovering under bed and she really did pull a stomach muscle. So don't hoover under bed because you'll not be very well. Trust me. If I have to have the camera down, they have to put me to sleep. John's going to brave it and be awake, I think. Oh, Rita, you haven't been doing things, have you? You get slapped hand.
I'd be all right.
Someone's been drinking. Who? Who's been drinking?
I'd be all right. Having an hysterectomy.
Would you?
Yeah, because I've got no
Punch
stomach.
you in the face.
I've got no stomach muscles. I've just got a bit of fat.
Yeah, all my stomach muscles went. That's why I only do headshots. Oh, bless you. I'm sending you loads of healing, Rita, my lovely.
Do you realise?
Hope you're resting. Take it easy. I had my TAH, BS. What? TAH, BSO? Is that something down throat?
Apparently, you only do
I wanted to put a camera down below, but I told the hospital no, but they wouldn't even put me to sleep. So I didn't have, oh, bless you. Thanks, Cancer. Oh, that's good, Rita. That's amazing, my lovely. That's absolutely brilliant. So you didn't have it done then, Kelly? I wonder. I don't know whether John's gonna have it done because his gag reflex is quite. Oi, Donna. 4 weeks back for his. Let us know, Rita, my lovely. Let us know.
My gag reflex is terrible. I would not make a good homosexual.
His gag reflex is shocking. I remember
I brushed my teeth and I gag.
I remember once we'd first met, and I think we'd been each other about.
Whoa! Should we discuss this off camera first?
I think it were about 6 months. No, it might be 8 months we'd been with each other, and I took you to our Jenny's for that Christmas party, and he drank this wine, and it was rank.
It was homemade wine. And Aldi Jaeger.
And my sister lived here, and we sort of like lived on hill just above. And we were walking up, he fell into every bush. And we got in the house, and he said, I need to be sick, but I can't be sick. So I says, I'll put my finger, this is how much you love somebody, isn't it, when you say, I'll put my fingers down your throat. So I put my fingers down his throat. And kids were coming out of bedroom going, are you dying? I'm going, no, just go back to bed. He's been sick. Oh, dear, that were naughty of us, but it was a good night. I get a hair in my throat. Oh, Rita, it's shocking. Total abdominal Jules, you know.
Total abdominal hysterectomy with bilateral
salpingo. Ooh, hectotome. Hectotome. I hope you've recovered, Jules. I hope you're okay. We love you too, Kelly, my sweets. We love you too. Claire's supposed to join us, but I don't know where the hell Claire is. I did send her a location, though. We found a great location, and it's about an hour and a half, but we are going to have to go there in the daytime because I'm not sure whether we're going to have to ask the owners for permission for the night time, if that makes sense.
Ooh,
but it is only an hour and 10 minutes, I think, away from us.
No idea, because you haven't told me.
No, I know. Hey, Charles, how are you, my lovely? Sending you loads of love across the pond. USA. No. Come on, England. Come on, England.
USA
Did USA lose other night? No, they didn't. They drew, didn't
Charles.
Did they draw?
Charles, if you're listening.
How long do stitches last?
Snitches
when I had snitches get stitches. When I had my stitches in, I've got a scar on my chin where I fell off my bike. They were in, and they were like what old butterfly stitches. They stayed in for about 12 weeks, I think.
You need to go on Facebook, Charles, and you need to look for a group called United Spy Rights of America.
Yeah, you do, Charles. And what's that other one called?
What?
That DJ who's in America.
That's it, United Spy Rights of America.
Oh, is that him?
Other ones.
And then you can support us, Charles. Look, we're in Chesterfield gear.
Hey, on your own, you've got Slazenger on.
They can't see. Why did you tell them that? They can't see whether it says Chesterfield United on top of my boob.
You shouldn't say Chesterfield United because we're not called Chesterfield United.
Oh, no, we're not. We're just called Chesterfield.
This is what I have to
Hey, dear, you shouldn't drink. Right. Basically, I had ovary, cervix, and a lot out as well. I'm having just menopause to deal with. Oh, wow, Jules, that must have been a big op. menopause. I'm going through menopause. It's bloody horrible. I'm forgetting everything. John's talking to me and I'm like oblivious to what he's saying.
That's just normal.
Which is normal. It was a hell of a match.
It was a hell of a match.
Oh, my Siggy's gone out. So I bought this for me. Her birthday's in June.
For a week.
Oh yeah. Wash your hands. Rita's had it all out as well, Jules. Evening, Peter, my lovely. How are you, my sweets? So earlier on this year, me and our Jenny, which is my sister, for Christmas and birthdays, we don't buy each other. Look how my hair's smooth fonting. We don't buy each other a serious present. We always have to find the most shittest present. So earlier on, for a birthday, bear in mind, a birthday is in June. Hey, Scotty, I bought her this. It's a changing colour poo. But I decided I liked it too much, so I've not given it her. So I'm half tempted. Do I wrap it up and give it her for Christmas? But then again, I might send her it in a card and say, I'm sorry, but I've kept your present because I liked it too much. Ask her how long the stitches last. I had keyhole. I don't know whether Jules would have had. Jules, did you have keyhole surgery back in 2013? But yeah, it's a good piece of poo. Oh, do you know, Donna, if you want one, you have to go to Chesterfield Market. I'm lying. It were on a one-man stall on Chesterfield Market. John says, why you want to show him your poo? I says, because it's a nice-looking poo. And my other favourite, John's going to have to pull it from behind me back, I think.
Won't be
just
first
pull
time.
my pillar.
Won't be the first time he's shown you poo online.
And that's my pillar.
Great. That's us not getting monetized on Facebook this time.
And then you can buy from China.
Don't.
Yeah, then you buy from China on that cheap shop.
China.
It's from China.
No, not like it's what Donald Trump said, weren't it?
It is from China.
Why do you call it the Chinese virus? Because it's from China.
I love that on my loo. Do you know, I never thought about putting it in toilet. That'd be actually good, wouldn't it, on top of toilet? Only thing is, when grandkids come, they don't put lid down when they flush. So we have to sort of like double clean when grandkids have been, because they leave lid up and flush, and I hate that. That's my pet hate. Is anybody else got that pet hate when your other half? Because I haven't drunk all mine. I'm nearly at top. Don't pour it yet.
Finished.
Well, that's my bit that's left in bottle then.
I've only half
Is
filled
a
mine,
rating.
though.
Yeah, but if I drink that, I'll only half full it. I've still got a full drink. On the plus side, there's no more smear test. Oh, I've got to go for my smear test. Oh my God, it's like a vibrator.
How would you know?
Because I've had loads of smear tests.
Yeah, but what about you? Said it's like a vibrator.
Oh, I wouldn't know that bit. Oh, dear. Drink up, Lindsay. He keeps making me drink up, and I drink it, and then I'm a bit lightweight, and I feel affected by the 5% alcohol.
It's 11%. It's 11%. I'll have
11% will have you know. I don't know where the bloody hell Claire is. Let's phone her.
I want to know where Lewis is.
Where's Lewis? He's hiding tonight, Lewis.
Lewis will not come on.
Lewis is hiding tonight because they
Can be
I forgot my password. Hang on. Is that it? Oh, that's it. So let's go on there. We'll go on there. We'll go on there. I'm doing a Simon now. No, I didn't have keyhole. It was. We're live for about 10 minutes. Can you hear me? We're live. We've been live 10 minutes. I've sent you a link.
I'm coming now. I was having a Ruby Roo.
Oh, we're having a poop.
You just said that live.
Oh, I'm so sorry, everybody. Claire's late because we're having a poop. Okay, see you in a minute.
Hello.
Love you. Bye. She shouldn't have curry, should she?
Yeah, Charles, go on Facebook after this live. Don't do it yet, and look for United Spy Rights of America. There's a guy called Chris Childers, I think, is a radio DJ that runs it. Top lad. Not actually spoke to him personally, but on message board I spoke to him.
Do you know, I've been stopped smoking 5 years, and I'm smoking. How naughty. You only live once though, don't we? So we have to enjoy.
Not necessarily.
I'm not. I'm going to live forever.
Well, no. You said we only live once, but we've had a past life regression. We both had past lives.
We have.
So
we've got past lives, so we don't
live
live once. No, we don't.
So if we die, we just come back anyway. So what difference does it make?
Do you know what John's hoping for? That we're not soulmates. He's hoping that we're not soulmates, because if we are, but I'm going to come back and haunt him anyway if I go first.
I'm hoping in my next laugh I get a less gobby one.
Hey, shut up. Ed is a pleb. Went to the hospital. Gift's kidney consult said I was born on the left side of my kidney, and I'm reading like Simon here. That's why I've got all them problems. Oh, bless you, sweets. Do you know, it's difficult when we've got long-term illnesses. It really is so difficult, and I don't think a lot of people understand. Why are you smoking? Gave up a year ago from now 20 fags a day to none. See, it killed me for 5 years, but I enjoyed smoking. It was only because my oxygen level dropped to 3 that I had to stop smoking.
And I've been stopped a year longer than Lindsay, because we couldn't stop together. We had to stop separately. You want to put it on the other one. That's it. So
even have a shit these days.
Ooh, hello.
Can't have a shit in peace, can you?
Yeah. How's everybody?
We're okay. John's just telling him about him stopping smoking a year before I did.
I stopped smoking a year before Lindsay. I've been stopped 6 years. And I didn't want to stop smoking. I was quite happy smoking.
But my oxygen level dropped.
So I had to stop smoking because Lindsay's oxygen level dropped. But not only did I have to stop smoking, I had to stop smoking a year before Lindsay, because we can't stop at the same time. Because we once tried to stop at the same time, and I've still got an old lit door that I will photograph.
That I put my foot through.
Because we were going to
Lake
District. And we had an argument this particular morning because we both stopped smoking, and Lindsay kicked the door. It
decided it went through
cabinet and went through the door. And
Claire, I caught your poo. That's how much I love you.
That size.
Mine were this morning. I couldn't flush.
All I heard from toilet this morning is a blocked toilet.
While he's in the middle of making sausage sandwiches for breakfast.
Oh.
I just said to her, you sort it out. I'm having nothing to do with that.
Oh.
Yeah, dear. It's them tongue tablets I'm on.
Yeah, blame all. Can't blame John's cooking, can
what
you?
Is it TTO? No,
TMI.
TMI. Too much information. TMI. So how have you been? We're on Prosecco. What you want?
Black tea. Something's not right.
There is. You've normally got wine in your hand, Claire. Come on.
Black tea. There's something's not right here.
Do you know what I noticed? You know, when I have a drink out of glass, they're only right small rimmed. So I must have only got a small nose. Because my nose, look.
I was going to say small mouth there.
Look, my nose fits in glass.
The mouth doesn't.
So I've only got a little nose.
Yeah.
My nose fits in glass.
Does it? Go on, tip it up then. Don't sneeze. You'll snot in your drink. I was thinking that earlier. I'm thinking, God, if I sneeze now, it's just going to fill the drink.
Have you ever had a fizzy drink or an alcoholic drink where it goes up your nose? Oh, that hurts.
It's worse when you're sick and it comes down your nose. That's
Oh.
Oh.
It's gone out again.
No, I didn't get memo for alcoholic drink business.
Suck it. If you suck it, it won't go out.
Excuse me, you're live.
Hey, dear. Just
mine.
saying, though, we have got a good location. I
I'm
sent
just
it to
saying,
you
and that's it.
Yes.
that we need to check out in day because I think we may need the owner's permission to go in at night because it is on private property.
It looks good, though.
And Simon phoned us earlier and he's got a location. And he's saying he'll pay for it, but he's not going to pay for it because we're not going to, we don't do things like that. I forgot where he said it were actually.
I don't tell you what it is. It's the Old Nick Theatre in.
Oh, Old Nick Theatre. Oh, Simon's on about doing, but you know,
I think that's in Grantham.
It's disgusting because on a weekend it's £600 to hire. In the week it's £200
or 300
or 300, something like that. Oh, did you hear that?
You know, most people want to go at a weekend.
Yeah, but we're not bothered because we go on a weekday.
We're not bothered.
But does it cost them more, you know, to pay for people to stay?
What's the
Don't drink Coke because it's an empty bottle.
What do I want it for?
I don't know. Don't drink Coke after drinking that. You need one of them blues.
Blues? I think you're in 80s. Ecstasy, what? Come on, boy. Get blues out.
Dear me.
I think the price of these locations are disgusting. They are disgusting. I mean, we've got a couple of hotels that we've got to look at.
And hotels are all right because normally if you're booking to stop at a hotel, they'll let you
investigate as long as you get Claire to phone up first because she's got a posher voice than what I have. So then they think they're getting posh people coming and then we turn home. But no, I've got to go across to Claire's because we've got to sort some locations out.
Yes, definitely.
So
you have to do it on a Monday.
Wednesday.
I can't do it this Monday.
Oh, Wednesdays.
Yeah, I can't do it this Monday anyway.
Indian's not open on a Monday.
That's it. So we have to go on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
Yeah. No, I could have Indian for it's right nice. Best Indian around. Just say
I had one last night. I had one last night.
Did you? Oh, I said that's why you've been for a poop. I said she shouldn't have a curries.
I was trumping all last night. I kept waking myself up.
I thought it's Wednesday night. Yeah, you had one Wednesday night and Friday.
No, I didn't have one Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'll ask Aaron.
No, I didn't have one Wednesday.
I'm going to ask Aaron.
What did we have Wednesday? I went to Meadowhall, didn't I, Wednesday?
You did.
I don't know.
Meadow Hell, not Meadow Hall. Meadow Hell.
Yeah.
Jules is back. I don't know where she's been. Have you been for a poo, Jules? We've got to do another quiz night, though. A quiz night and a psychic night.
Yeah, I like both of them.
Because we've got some psychic stuff, and I know you've got psychic stuff, so we could do them together.
Yeah, yeah.
Similar to a quiz kind of thing. But what we'd have to do, we'd have to look what cards are coming out first and write them down on a bit of paper.
What we could do.
And then we are all full of shit. I'm full of air.
To get a bowl of bran flakes, they make me go.
We could do a psychic quiz.
Jules, you'll be shitting in morning.
Psychic quiz. Guess which questions I'm going to ask.
What number am I thinking of?
1 to a zillion.
Try that. You've got to write down though on paper first, so then the people don't know that you're cheating when you
5.
5.
No.
Oh dear.
Have you got 1, 2, 3?
Could you imagine? Anyway,
no.
What
Jules,
about this?
Hold on. Jules went to get a bowl of bran flakes.
I know. I've said she'll poop.
So she will be. Yeah.
So, have you been reading papers lately?
No.
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 Oh, dear.
I've stayed away from news.
There's reportings of a team that the ragdoll Liana got pulled out of its closet feet first. And it's made everybody sick. But do you know our ragdoll Liana there is actually a 1965 doll?
Yeah.
She's not haunted.
Well, I don't know.
And you know she's never fucking moved off that shelf.
You would do if you pull the feet.
I didn't know whether to phone papers up and say, look, we've got a ragdoll Liana. She doesn't bloody move.
Can't you get your money back from where you got her from?
Hey dear, but this team full of shit.
Annabelle.
I'm sorry, but
Annabelle,
they
come
are.
on, get off that
And
shelf.
it's not the one you're thinking of, it's the other one.
Yeah. It was other one I was thinking of.
Oh, worry.
I'm
Yeah.
having nothing to do with this conversation.
But that was shocking. And I found out they've closed the museum down and it's now in the house. So I think you have to pay to go in their house to look around the museum. And what a load of... See, Debbie's read it. Have you read it? Need a refund. My raggy Anne doesn't move. I need a refund. I'll tell you what we did see, though. We were walking around Chesterfield Market on last Thursday and they got an Annabelle doll.
You know the new
I
one.
don't know.
Oh, it was the new Annabelle. And I says to John, that'd look really nice on my shelf. And he went, no.
No. Dolls are freaky.
Oh, no, I like my dollies. You just got to
No.
keep ours separate. We've got them on each end now, so because Margaret doll don't like Mary doll, or Mary doll don't like
Whoa,
Margaret
I'm sure
doll.
Annabelle did can there.
Did you see do can then? Did you see them legs move?
Quick,
See,
read
yeah,
the paper.
but-
Yeah, I agree.
I love Blights. Blights is honest. And so Simon. I love Simon. Even though we're his two fandangos, we're his followers, we're Simon's two fandangos, apparently. But actually I like being called a fandango. It's better than being called anything else. So I will take a fandango all day long.
Actually, we've been promoted, haven't we, to Fandangos from Teletubbies.
Oh yeah, they used to call it Teletubbies. They were Teletubbies, so we've been promoted now to Fandangos and not Teletubbies.
It was a different
You
group.
don't look like Teletubbies.
No, I'm what's Teletubbies? La. I'm La.
Claire a Teletubby, she'd be poor.
She be poo.
Oh dear.
Hey, you need to have a drink.
It's Stinky Winky.
Yeah, I missed that.
Tipsy.
You could-
Lord Arson Poo.
La Larson.
I'll be Lord Arse. You can be Stinky Winky.
Claire can be.
I'll be Tipsy.
That's where I read it. Actually, my sister sent it me. She sent me the link to where it was, and I sent her back, and I just put, "What a load of shit." Basically, do you know what?
We're not going to let you drink and come online.
I love the paranormal, and I do. I love the paranormal.
No, we don't call it paranormal.
What do we call it?
I don't know.
Spirituality.
No.
Well, I love whatever
Spooky
it is.
woohoo.
Woo-hoo. I love it, and you know, when you're doing it 100%,
Yeah.
that is absolutely amazing. The captures. What I don't like is the fakes, the phonies, and I wish I never laid eyes on you kind of thing. What movie was that out of, everybody? But yeah, it's. Do you know the movie?
idea.
I have no idea.
You're fake, you're phony, and I wish I never laid eyes on you. Go on. Somebody's got to get that movie.
Elf.
It's not bloody hell.
I don't know.
Come on, who's going to get that movie? No, and we've started smoking. Woo! Jules has got it, look. Me and Jules are in sync. Woo, woo, woo. Grease. When we're in the bedroom and she goes, look at me, I'm Sandra. Just before that, I think it was when she smacked him in. or was supposed to smack him, weren't she? You're fake and you're phony, and I wish I'd never laid eyes on you.
Know what she said?
See?
That's exactly how she said it.
And that's what I hate about paranormal.
And that's it.
And that's it. That's it. Draw a line under it. Move on. Move on.
We can all make snide comments.
Won't make a snide comment. I'd say it to the face
No,
as if I
just-
saw
yeah.
it.
I'm just saying we could all make snide comments like other people.
But
Anyway,
yes. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. What you been up to today, Claire?
I've been to doctors and had my blood took. Yay.
Yay! Oh God!
Finally, 2 weeks waiting. Then I went and dropped a birthday card off at my cousin's in Barnsley, and then I went to mum and dad's for my dinner and a cup of tea.
Did you? We had grandsons last night. We had the two that sleep.
Well,
Aw.
one will sleep.
No, they both slept last night.
I will see in a minute.
I'll have a blue, please.
I'm not going. Not a blue
I'll have a gin.
Yeah.
I'll have a Jack Daniels and honey. Best.
Oh, were they all right?
Do you know, absolutely brilliant last night. We had Fletcher and Arthur the other week, and we had no sleep. No sleep whatsoever. Cheche sleeps through the night. Arthur is a different kettle of fish, but he has nightmares. I forgot what you call them now, but he has these
Bit of Bluefoot, dads.
bit of Bluefoot dads. He has these nightmares that he keeps waking up to. And what do you call them now?
Night terrors.
Night terrors, that's it. Arthur has night terrors. So yeah, so he doesn't sleep through. And when Arthur doesn't sleep, he only needs 20 minutes kip. And it's sort of like it's party
It's
time.
recharged.
Yeah, party time. So last night we had Jacob and Noah, and they both slept like a dream. They didn't go to
Aw.
sleep while 9 o'clock, but once they'd gone, in bed. And then I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning with Jacob listening to whatever he wanted to on telly. And I stayed in bed while 7, then come down and give him a sausage sandwich for his breakfast. Hey,
Aw.
Wayne, how are you, my lovely? I know it's awful, Anne. It's awful because when he starts, you can't touch him. You can't actually go near him because if you touch him, because he's still asleep, it sort of like makes him worse than what he is, if that makes sense. So your first initiative, isn't it, when they're crying like
Someone's having a nightmare.
is you want to pick him up, but you've sort of like got to hold back till he wakes up, and then once he wakes up, he's still crying, but he's aware of the situation. Oh, it's awful, and he's only 2. He's only 2. I've blessed him, and I've done. Jordan won't let me do any other stuff because I said I need to cleanse him. I need to cleanse him, and she's like, "No, Mom, no." But apparently, it's normal in 2-year-olds. Apparently, a lot of kids have night terrors. Have you ever suffered with night terrors?
I used to have bad dreams, but not night terrors. No, and they weren't often.
No.
I used to sleep with my landing light on,
Yeah.
and I used to get under my duvet, and I used to had about 50 teddy bears, and I slept with every one of them.
See, I don't like, even now, I don't like being in dark. I've got to have a light on. There's got to be something. John has night terrors.
Yeah, I keep having this recurring dream that I'm married to some gobby bitch.
I don't dream very often, Scotty.
Do you know, Scott
weird.
can't remember. He does dream. He just can't remember his dreams. Because everybody dreams.
I'd swear that I very rarely dream. But when I do the weird.
Remember it depends on the dream, but I can always remember it. But then I have to sort of like try and decipher the dream to what's going on in life.
Yeah.
Because I believe that as nightmares, obviously not as a 2-year-old, but as we're older, I believe that our dreams are. I can't say that word. I just believe our dreams are reoccurrence in our daily life. So I think things are going off in his life. That's why we tend to have bad dreams.
Other than that, I had a nightmare. I was my ex, so please don't say that.
That's a learning curve dream,
That's
though.
not reoccurring.
No, because that's a learning curve dream. So there must be something going off around you that must remind you of that time. And I'm not saying we're partners or anything else, but
Yeah,
there must
no.
be something that's going off that's making you think, have that negative dream. Do you know what I mean? That's how I see it anyway. I always see dreams as answers to questions, issues. Where have you gone?
Me, I'm not going to lay down.
It's fucking laid down, the twat.
Is it? Do I smell, John?
I do. I'm not being shy.
Well, I'll go come and lay down. Then she's had a drink. I'll never go to work.
Oh, you will. Come back.
All right, I'll come back.
All's
in a minute.
forgiven.
I'll come back in a minute. Just give me 2 minutes.
He's a rating. He's a rating, innit? He's a rating.
Antisocial.
So what's topic of conversation, Claire?
What can we talk about?
Let's put her on spot.
Don't know.
Wayne
don't know.
said hello to you.
Hello, Wayne.
Oh, hi, Wayne.
Hello to Claire.
I don't know. What do you want to talk about? Anything?
I don't
Everything.
know. Come on then, guys, in chat. What we're going to talk about? What are we going to discuss on tonight's chit
What have you done about that when I took you shoplifting?
chat? Hey, I don't shoplift.
She shit herself. She went shoplifting with me. You did.
Did not.
You did.
Did you go shoplifting, Claire?
No, I was stood outside of him though. Left with me, I went.
I never seen her run that. She was checking. Right? She's sitting like a lady. What are you doing? What are you doing? I told you, think I'm fucking you. I'm pinching.
Not funny. It's not funny.
Just go sitting like an hour later.
Not
When are
funny.
you next coming down to Caravan anyway?
You shut down, eh?
No, I don't shut down about 1st of January.
Oh, right, down, yeah.
Yeah, I know you will. Not, we might.
Told you.
Welcome, Bob.
Jules has put, someone once on telly said that everybody you see in your dream, you've once seen with your eyes, whether it's on TV or just passing in the street. I wonder if that's true.
I've heard that before.
Have you? John's heard that before.
Everyone that you see in your dreams has got some connection to you in some way. That's
Yeah, because I dreamt other night I had a dream of my friend that I hadn't seen for years, but yeah, I recognised her obviously. It wasn't a stranger.
That might mean you should reach out to her then.
Yeah, because I dreamt about her dad. Well, I didn't dream about her dad, but her dad was in my dream the night before, and I'm like, what's happening here? Because her dad passed away quite a while ago now.
Yeah, but that might mean that she might need you.
Well,
You might have
she's
to
on
say-
holiday. She's on holiday, sunning it up in Tenerife at a minute. I don't know what it's about.
Just message her. She
Yeah.
might just need a friend to listen to.
Yeah, that is a little weird.
I don't know.
What?
Well,
It's
we're gonna
not
come
something-
on. We're gonna come on one Tuesday night with Paul for a Chit-Chat Tuesday. He's gonna interview. Anyway,
Again.
let's talk about our night in that secret location that we can't say. How good with that?
It were right good.
Hang on. Yeah, apparently we can't make up faces in our mind. It's someone we've seen before, even if it was only in the streets. It's an interesting theory. Interesting theory.
Definitely.
So, Claire, what were your take when we did our Halloween special?
Oh, I can't believe how much more activity or interaction that we got this time round.
I know.
Amazing. Until I freaked out.
I know, and you shouldn't have freaked out because apparently we're only kids that were sort
No,
of like
'cause I got
bombarded.
later
Yeah,
on-
it was. Apparently.
later on when you were asleep, it happened
that
again,
was
and
in church, weren't
I
it?
felt No, we went upstairs, didn't we, when you went to sleep?
Oh yeah.
And same happened again, and I felt a bit uneasy again. And
Do you think you're uneasy because we're not used to the devices that we use? Do you think you're
No.
uneasy when they start over? No.
No, I just got a sense of uneasiness.
The thing is, when Claire gets a sense of uneasiness, and I'm on my own with Claire, Claire's uneasiness passes on to me. And it's like, let's go. Let's stay a bit longer. No, let's go.
It passes from me to you, doesn't it? It does.
Definitely does.
I know what got said about it, but I still got a sense of uneasiness. Something weren't right. And I just know something weren't right.
But you, like you said, you've
can't
always
explain
gone with your
how.
gut, haven't you?
I can't explain how, but I just know something wasn't right. And I can't tell you what because I don't know, but I stick by my instinct.
Yeah. But you know, I always say to anybody, whatever they're going through, listen to your gut. Listen to your gut, because your gut feeling 9 times out of 10 is always correct.
Yeah,
Always
something to me wasn't right.
For you that watched it on Halloween, what were your take on it when me and Claire were in that room? I just wish John would have been there because he missed it all because he were having his interview with Paul, weren't he? And it was such a fascinating thing that were going off. We were getting responses on the Alice box, and the Alice box was, when they were changing light colour, it was responding to the questions when we was, and it was like yes, and then it come out. It was just amazing, weren't it?
It just worked hand in hand, didn't it? They just both went together.
They did. Jules has
just
put, hang on, when I finally click, I've put Anne up. You two were getting a good response when you were both in that room on your own. I don't know whether we got a good response when we were in that room on our own, because if you think about it, where nuns have been, it's a female environment. You might have got a male nun, not a male nun, but you might have got a male that sort of like comes in and oversees the nun, but it's predominant females. So, but that doesn't explain how you and Paul and Nanny Lynn had your experience. Was it on the same floor? Was it on a higher floor?
No, it were on top one, you know, with fans, with ceiling fans. It were in there.
Yeah, it were in that room. But that's where you and Paul both.
Yeah, you'll have to watch it if you've not seen it. You'll have to watch it because we had the same things going on.
Hey, Rachel. Yes. Yeah.
Hey, Rachel.
It was just so interesting that night. But like we've said, I know we've got not exclusive access, but we have got access to that place.
Exclusive access.
Is it? Yeah, but it's not though total exclusive, but it is exclusive, if you know what I mean. But it's one place where I think we will be going back to, but it will be like every couple of months. We're not going to overdo it and over.
No, you don't want to overdo it.
No. Sending love across the water, Rachel, my lovely. But yeah, I don't think it's something that needs to be over. I think it spoils it when it's overdone. So I do agree with owners wanting to keep.
I think it'd get a bit boring as well, you know, for everybody. I think you need to leave time in between. Definitely.
And don't you leave here? I want to see again.
I mean, spirits might even get fed up with you going over, you know.
Do you know, I wonder whether you know, when you think about it, Claire, I mean, when we go out normally investigating, we tend to stick to same locations because obviously my travel and everything, it's difficult at times. It's difficult to find a place where Big Red can go or Little Orange, whichever. So we're sort of like limited on places. And there's places where we've been where we've got activity, but then we go again and it's like
nothing.
Flat. So I wonder whether they do think Sodja.
Oh my God, we gave you evidence last time. What you come back for?
What you're coming back for when we've already shown what we've got.
Yeah, we're showing you, and you just want.
Yeah,
we're showing you, and you just want more.
Yeah, but I don't know about you, but I tend to I repeat myself. So I asked the same.
She run out of things.
I've got to get out of that box of asking the same questions and speaking over everybody.
Simon's good at that.
Simon is good at that.
He
Simon,
thinks outside the box.
he does think outside box, and Simon does ask questions that you're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, have you really asked that? Why didn't I think of that? Do you know?
Yeah.
And that's good at Simon. Scotty's put, then again, sticking to the same locations has given good results as it builds the trust. Ecky Woods, for example, 100%.
It does, but we're not there every week, though, are we? Do you know what I mean? We do give it space in between.
We do.
I think if you went every week,
I think if
quite
you went somewhere
regular.
every week, yeah.
But Ecky Woods does like John on his own, doesn't it?
Ecky Woods does like John on his own. I mean, I was looking at the day we were driving past, and I went, oh, I can get Scooter up that bit. And he went, yeah, you can, because if we go up that bit, it takes us to, I know, where does it take us to?
It takes up to where the camera got knocked that night.
It takes us up to where the camera got knocked that night. And what's that other part? Near Cupid's.
Yeah.
So there is a part that I can actually get Scooter into. But yeah, I mean, Jules has said, oh, you're building a trust between you and those. Definitely. I mean, these energies that are out there, I think some of them do like to communicate more than others do. But I mean, remember when we went to that, I can't even remember where it were. It was that house. Can you remember that house that we go to?
In New Orleans.
No, is it Nether Edge?
Rises sun.
There is a house in New Orleans. No, the one near Nether Edge.
No, I don't know.
You do.
Oh, that one where there were them Asian guys that were looking after it. The old carer.
No. That
Bishop
one,
House?
Bishop House.
It's not
That's-
Nether Edge.
Bishop House. Evening Sean, my beauts. That one, you got a really strong connection with the ladies that were there, and they actually started coming out. Say hello to Sean, John. They actually started coming down and talking, like, once you
Communicating.
picked up on their emotions, we sort of like got that link going, which I find incredible, because it's
We've not been back there, have we?
I think we have been back a couple of times, but I don't think we got that link in. But it was
I'm sure I've only been there once.
So we've been there twice.
You might have, but I've only been there once.
Right. Well, we need to go there again then. But we have got some new locations that we have been looking at. Unfortunately, due to health reasons and everything else, it's just not been. We've just struggled to get out, and then you've got shitty weather that comes down, and it's raining and it's cold.
Erin were ill, Affy were ill, I've been ill, you've been ill, John's been ill.
And it's just sort of like just being like a big ball of illness. Do you know what I mean? So we are hoping to get back out as soon as we can.
Not ill.
Pardon?
So it's about the only thing that's not ill.
What ill? What's not ill?
No.
Your balls.
PMI.
PMI.
I would like to go back to Mosborough Hall as well.
Well, we've got a couple of hotels that we can line up, Claire, because there's the hotel with the church that we can go back to.
Yeah, I want to go there.
There is the hotel, which is Mosborough Hall, which we could get back into. There's the hotel you stayed at.
Yes.
That we can try and get back into, which is like Windermere side. So there is a couple of, but again, it's the cost. And it's like, it's difficult for everybody at this time to, when they're wanting that much money for locations, and because hotels' electric's gone up and everything else, their prices go up. So it's sort of like in a stuck situation, aren't we? Because it's we always pay for locations ourselves, and we will always continue to pay for locations ourselves. But I think with Christmas coming up and
oh god, yeah,
everything,
and it's coming really quickly.
It is. Do you know, this is the first year I've not had my decorations up from normally it gets to bonfire night and I'll say to John, right, day after bonfire night, get decorations down, let's get trimmed up. This is the first year we've not even got a tree up.
Thing is,
Got
as
no
well,
trimmings, no nothing. And to be honest, I don't think I'm going to bother putting them up this year.
Oh, you've got to.
No, because for me,
Lindsay,
yeah,
as well, Claire can't afford to put anything towards locations before Christmas because apparently she's spoiling Aaron this Christmas.
oh yeah, you're spoiling Aaron this Christmas, aren't you? What are you buying him?
A bag of no.
Oh,
He
no,
won't tell me what he wants, so he's
I
not
thought
going.
it were a car.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought Aaron wants a car for Christmas.
I'll print him a picture off, shall I?
Matchstick. A
This
matchstick.
is what you could have had.
Bullseye.
Wow.
No, but I just think it's just that it's just come to that difficult time of year, where I think people are. I think everybody, we're all in the same boat, aren't we? It's just one of them that it's just sort of like it's either pay out or go without, do you know? And I
Yeah.
think it's so difficult. You could try the sun in, that's well known locally. Jules, if you know landlord or landlady, you'd be better giving them a ring and trying to get us in, because it does make a big difference when somebody phones a place that's local. I mean, we've got a place in Liverpool that we can go to. Pardon?
So that's right, local.
No, it's not local, but it's a friend of ours that owns a pub, and we've been invited down, and we've had to keep putting it off because of the expense of what it's going to be. Because if we do that one, we can't go live till about midnight, and I just think going live at midnight it's not a time for everybody to enjoy and watch. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's because obviously pub's going to be busy. You've got to wait for last orders. Then you've got to set up, because you can't really do any kind of investigation if there's already somebody in pub, because it just dampens everything. We could nip in Thursday if they're open. It's in town. Way to go, Jules. That's where we'll go then. There's that
one near you as well that we need to do in daytime.
There is that one as well. Yes. Actually, do you know there's a couple near us that we could do? One we could do at night, and one we could do at day. The nighttime one would be me and you, because John won't do it.
Yeah.
John said he won't do it, but I would do it. I would do it. But we're only sort of like sat on a bench.
Yeah.
And we're open. Do you know what I mean? So you've got the water coming down from the stream. You can sit and you can try and do things. We can move away from it to get a quieter noise to do some EVPs. But I also like that place we went to at Chesterfield on Canal.
Oh yeah, where we had that bloody freaky noise. Yeah.
I mean, at first I thought it were animals, but chickens don't growl. And then I'm thinking, God, if it's a badger, I'm first one. I mean, I'm on scooter, and I'm thinking that's where I'm gonna. And it were like that wooden table thing at side of us, because we know that they're not quite nice animals. But
it put me on edge though all night then.
The thing was, you and John heard that growl, and I didn't hear anything. And
I'm glad John heard it.
At the time,
oh my God.
At the time, I don't think I were even speaking.
That's unusual.
I know that's very unusual that I weren't speaking, but I don't think I was speaking at that time. So
must have been at least 3 seconds.
Yeah, but for me not to hear something, but I've got to admit, I did get a very uncomfortable feeling in that spot. It were like
I was in fight or flight mode.
It were like flight or fight for me. Which is I was glad.
I always feel uneasy though when we go to that mill. where we got that running shadow. I always feel uneasy there.
Hewley's Mill.
No. The closed down one. Oh, no, it's not closed down. The
Oh,
one where
the one where we got the shadow running.
yeah, I always feel uneasy there.
No, it's not.
Always. I've gone twice
Don't
now, and both
forget,
times I've had
it's
uneasy
wrong.
feeling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You have to talk to Claire a minute.
I'll have to talk to Claire a minute.
Whose is that one?
It's yours.
Oh.
So yeah.
But yeah, I've had an uneasy feeling both times we've been there. And I don't know why.
I've never had an easy feeling at that one for some reason. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's
both times we've been.
it's quite open. It's not.
You've been there on your own, though, haven't
Yeah.
you? John's been there a few times on his own, and
Mm.
yeah. But
Well-
there's some places in Gloucester.
Gloucester. That's not local.
It's 2.5 hours. But there's some places in
local.
Gloucester that Dave and Tracy
If we stop at services.
that Dave and Tracy want to take us to. And apparently I can get there on scooter.
Look at you.
Look at you, you dirty yacker.
Not me. That's
How long will it take you from here to there on scooter?
Yeah.
Gloucester. I won't make
But
it.
if you can get there on scooter.
Some charging points. Aren't
No, I
there?
mean when we get there, I can get to a place. There's one place where I do want to go to, and we're gonna have to go, but I don't know if we're gonna have to do a pre-record. We can try and go live, but I think it's gonna have to be a pre-record. That's that druid thing.
We could do it in night vision as well.
Why have you worked your phone out?
No, if we were in pre-record.
Or if we're doing pre-record, we could do it in night vision. Do you know where? Do you know there's loads of places I think we could go to and do night vision?
Hey, no limits.
What do you think?
Hey.
Claire? Do some pre-records in night vision.
Yeah.
Well, I might go out and do a pre-record somewhere in night vision on my own one night.
Fucking hell, I'll shit myself if I'm at home. He's naughty, Claire.
The only problem is I'm not right. I know how to edit a video. Don't get me wrong,
I'll be going in 10 minutes.
but it's for me. It probably take me a while to edit the video.
Why? Why don't you just put it up as is?
Yeah, don't edit it.
You've got to edit it a little bit.
Oh, we
No, I wouldn't.
Weird.
If you were live, you wouldn't edit it.
Cheers, Wayne.
So let's ask everybody then. If we did a live and we did it as night vision and pre-recorded, would you rather us just put up the neat video or would you rather us edit it?
Neat video.
I would. I'd say neat video. You could do an hour at a time and stop.
Yeah, but if I'm scratching my butt or something on camera, I'll have to like.
Well,
Check
don't
that out.
scratch your butt. Wash it before you go out.
I'm not saying just an example. That we're all.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
I think that's quite a good idea.
My beard's hiding
because
behind
like I said,
John and Lindsay.
I mean, there's one place I want to go. I'm not going to say it online. I'll just know that I am taking.
No video, I agree.
I am going to take the scooter when we go because it's a hill like that. And I walked up it once, and I will never walk up it again. Oh my God! Yeah, you
Now
can't.
got me with the scooter.
Lorna were weirs, and we pulled up at bottom of hill, and then it said it was something like about however far it were, and then that bloke walked past us with walking stick, and he were in hotel at top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't say it loud because I don't want anybody to know, but that'd be a good place. I'll text you in a minute.
One place I'd like to go back to is we haven't done for a while.
Which
It's
is
about an hour and a half away, so it's quite a drive.
go on.
But it's a castle.
Spofford Castle.
I'd like to do him.
Would you like to do Eam? Well, we're looking to do it. We're looking to doing Eam. Be good to keep the video raw because most paranormal groups cut. Yeah, I think it would. And if we
I
only
think
did
it would.
like an hour and then restarted and did another hour and put them on as an hour as an hour. I think
Yeah.
not more people would watch, but people would watch an hour and then they can watch the second. Do you know what I mean? I think it'd be good.
Yeah,
Because you're not putting too much on, and it's raw footage. I mean, there's that tunnel, there's that place we went and we couldn't get parked where that little house were, and we got across road, and I mean, there's loads of places. You've been before. Me and Claire, we went, but then there was somebody parked up already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that place to do as well where
It is
they were having that.
Go on, Claire.
There's that place to do as well where they were having that sort of like gala thing that that we couldn't get to.
You have to
Out my way.
Yeah.
Other one,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing, but again, we went up. We had to drive up. I think Claire were with us because I think you and Claire went for a walk with that Stargate place.
Yeah.
Too busy.
But I think with that Stargate place, we're gonna have to go at midnight.
Yeah, it's too
We're
busy.
gonna have to go at midnight to do it. But if we were pre-recording,
Don't matter.
Yeah.
don't matter, does it? Because we can go at midnight and put it on next night.
We could go
Yeah.
earlier, put it in night vision because I'll not know what difference. We could go in day. And just go there at 3 o'clock in the morning, like normal paranormal groups do. Oh,
It is.
Uh,
No, EAM is very sad. And I think,
It is
when
sad.
you go to EAM, I think if you don't know the history and you need to relate to the history, I think you need to have not some sort of connection, but you need to have on an emotional level. I think you need to look at what they did, the sacrifices they made. I mean, we went to EAM and we went in daytime and we did like a walk round, and it was when Lorna come and stayed with us, and John took us to.
Riley's grave.
No, it weren't Riley's graves. It was like an old like an old tree where they used to to church. Where they actually used to do the sermons from. And the I forgot what his name, Montpessant used to stand at this place and they'd all be stood below. And during plague, it was over winter. It was the coldest place to store the bodies. So they used to store the bodies in the same place. Unfortunately, when I went with Lorna, I couldn't get down to the place because I think if we go, because obviously you're doing a live, do you know what I mean? And it's sort of like, there's no way I'm going to get down there in 5 minutes. It's going to take me like 10 minutes to.
Last time I went there and went live, and I went down to.
Yeah, but you're not doing live. I'm on about doing a pre-record. No, I said when you went live. I'm on about if we go back and do a pre-record there. I think between you and Claire, I'd be able to get down to the church bit. And we could do something there, but it would be Bleaklow. What's at Bleaklow?
I think it's tunnels, isn't it?
Is it tunnels, Jules?
I'm sure it is.
in that Peak District, Bleaklow. Was it Derbyshire?
I think it's.
I ain't going to be able to Google on that, am I?
Oh, sorry. You want him phone?
Yeah, that's why I said pass me the phone.
Jules is going to start coming out with us. Jules wants to come with us.
Oh, is that where that aeroplane is? I've heard of Bleaklow.
See, where the aeroplanes come down, I cannot get there because it is so much walking to get plane crash.
Yeah, I thought it were. Yeah. I'm going to struggle to get up there. It's all right.
Think we'd be able to get up there, Claire. I mean,
there's no chance on God's earth.
There's one place me and John went.
I'd love to go.
And I did it on scooter. Bear in mind, the hill was like this to get up. And then it was step after step. Can you remember when we took Mike's? Step after step after step to get up to the top. That would be an amazing place. But again, I think that would have to be done. We'd have to get there for like 6 o'clock for me to get up there at 8. Because I couldn't go up on scooter. Because there's just too many steps. Castle.
I know Bleaklow. Angie's been there.
It's all locked up.
Hey,
you can park further down and you walk up.
Oh, it's a bit different.
I know.
I'll tell you.
I know Bleaklow. Angie's been to. Angie's been to it twice and she's going to take me, but she says it's you've got to make sure it's not been raining. So it's best not to go in winter because experienced like hikers
Where-
and walkers have got in trouble.
Is that where the
It's
plane?
really bad terrain, and it's miles. But
Yeah.
I want to go. I want to see it.
See, I
but,
won't. I know.
I'm going to wait for summer.
I won't be able to. I don't think even if I walked, I don't think that I'd be able to last as long.
No.
Unless we can find a shortcut to it.
No, I didn't.
I don't think
It's miles.
Yeah, it is. But there's also that place you went to where that bridge is.
Yeah, I'd like to go there.
Out there, and you walk down. So we
The
could.
thing is with that, I mean, you've got like a stream, but to that where you park, it is literally it's there. It's not much of a walk at all.
Names off.
Hang on, wait a minute. John wants to take names off, so he might shut it down.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
No, you don't edit. No, it's not edit.
Where is it then?
I don't know.
What settings? Oh, it's under there.
It's there. Settings. Audio. Layout.
Layout. Nope, it's not that.
Guests.
Windows General.
Oh, Claire's messing.
What's it doing?
I don't know. Good a guess.
There's that place to do near me as well.
Guess, see viewer comments.
Oh. No banned guess. Hey, Claire, we've not got nobody banned. You don't want a virtual background. And you don't want solo.
I thought there were ways to take
background.
names off, but it's hiding my beard.
Oh, move
It's
closer.
hiding the beard.
Move closer to me.
Is that what you're bothered about? Yeah, does that? Oh, it's other way. Oh, that way.
It's hiding your beard now.
Is that bridge?
Yes. Yes.
MD Claire.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it is Jules. But Jules has been wanting to come out with us for ages. So Jules will be joining
Girl
us.
power.
Yeah, girl power will outdo John. And I will apologise now, Jules, if I speak over you. Because I can't help it.
Claire, you sound like you're from Barnsley.
Are you from Barnsley, Claire?
No, I'm not.
To lips, but then no,
Actually,
I'm a wide-out frog.
I am from outskirts of Sheffield, outskirts of Barnsley.
I would say you're on outskirts of Sheffield, but Barnsley side.
Barnsley end, yeah.
I bet she went when she grew up.
Yes, you were.
Yeah,
We are.
yeah.
Oh, Barnsley.
Very edge of Sheffield.
Is our
Barnsley
accent
side.
shit?
Why you say my accent shit?
Sounds posher than you.
Ah, you're very common, Claire.
You're not at all compared to Lindsay.
Oh dear me.
No, you're not. I never noticed your accent until it's been mentioned.
Claire ain't got an accent.
What?
Claire ain't got an accent.
Speak.
I'm gonna mime.
Claire's accent is slightly different to ours.
Tim.
It is.
She sounds just normal to me.
No limits is Barnsley. That's how I knew. No limit. Have us and Claire got a different accent, and as me and John got a different
Yeah, we'll have a
accent,
different accent.
we've got a different accent. I know that much.
Mine's English. Yours is.
That's why we can't understand you.
What is it? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Venus
Yeah.
is a good place.
Send you all back there.
A good tomorrow.
Yay, Joe!
Send you all back there. And then
Hey,
come
Joe.
back.
Send us all back.
I can have
Send
my
us
football
all
in
back.
peace then.
Can't
Oh,
believe
did you watch match yesterday?
Oh, watch match today.
watch with Chesterfield playing today.
Did you watch England match yesterday?
Yeah,
That's not important.
that's not no. It weren't important. Chesterfield going through to FA next round is important.
See, England have
Not-
done better.
Not
if they'd have
important.
And Joe Quigley.
Too, Joe. But no, it were FA Cup round today, so we've been watching listening to Chesterfield, and we won 2-0.
Did you?
Yeah, we
Yes,
did.
the
So
one
I
with
was
Campbell
waiting
and Coleman,
for what do you call?
You were rubbish yesterday, Jules.
There was shite yesterday. John sounds more Barnsley, Lindsay. I'm not sure about you two one.
Sure, I don't know. I can go off people.
No, John sounds quite posh in comparison to me and you, Linda.
John's quite posh.
Thing
He
is,
speaks proper
You
English.
were brought
no,
up.
no. What it is I've got a Sheffield, South Yorkshire, whatever accent, slightly,
Chesterfield.
probably more than my old accent. But I was born and bred in Derbyshire, in Chesterfield, which is obviously different to yours.
Oh, so we have to say Derbyshire, don't we?
Derbyshire, not
Derbyshire.
Derbyshire.
Derby.
Derbyshire.
You don't call it Derby, do you? I'm going to Derby. You said I'm going to
Yeah.
Derby.
Actually, I said we're going to Derby, and you go, no, it's
No,
Derby.
it's Derby. No, I think John's got less of an accent, but he's got the lingo.
Yeah,
That's it.
and that's it.
And that's it.
So, before I dated John, I actually spoke to him on the phone about 6 weeks before.
Yeah.
About 6 weeks before we actually went out on his first date.
No, I think about 2 weeks, actually.
I spoke to him on the phone and I thought, you knob. Because, right, Ashley, the daughter, that means the troubled daughter, I used to buy her a new phone every week. And every week she'd lose a phone, either in a pawn shop or a genuine loss.
Yeah.
And she'd been to John's for a tattoo. And she'd gone for a bus. And then she went running back to the shop saying, I've lost my phone. And he actually phoned me up and spoke to me to say that Ashley had lost her phone on bus. And I went, no, she's pawned it. And he went, no, she's genuine. And then when we got together, he went, she must have fucking pawned it.
Well, all I can say in my defence on that day is Ashley came in shop and she had a phone on her. She then had a tattoo and she left to go for bus. She then came back 5 minutes later. I've lost my phone here. I've lost my phone. So
I think Brett pinched it.
honestly think she'd lost. I honestly thought she'd lost her phone. And then she's saying, my mum's going to kill me. Will you speak to her and tell her I've lost my phone because she won't believe me? So I did.
I know. And do you know when I'm on the phone, I thought, he's got actually quite a nice voice.
And I thought, oh my God, you can tell me from Woodhouse.
Mother like daughter. Oh, your mum's had her jabs today. We're refusing to have ours now, Joe.
I'm not
Depends
having
which
mine.
jabs you might remember about flu jabs.
If it's flu jab, I'm having mine next week. But if it's to do with COVID jabs, I'm not having it.
No.
I wish
My
I'd
mum,
had
when
the first 3, but I had them because I thought I needed them.
Well,
Do
we
you
had them
know?
first 2, didn't we? You had one, and then you had one with it a week or 2 weeks or a month later or something like that, or whatever it was. You had to have 2 first, didn't you? And I'd never had a problem with my breathing, and I'd never had COVID up to that point, right? After I had them first 2 jabs, that's when my breathing started getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
Stressed, weren't it?
And they tell me that it's COVID that's made me, long COVID that's making me, but I'm saying I can it because I only had COVID in December. I started with this in September, and I'd had jabs in July. So second jab in July. So for me, it's them jabs. So I won't have them, but I won't have them the COVID one.
Not a COVID one. I'd have normal one, but I'm not having COVID.
See, for us, it was like we were talking over there. We don't need to
I'm
have it.
hungry.
Munchies.
I think the thing was, we were all, I mean, it's still scary now and people are still losing their lives to it, but it was fear that made me have mine done.
It were us.
Mm.
But like I said, I won't have that. I won't have another one now. I've lost my
There's a
train of
bloke on YouTube and he's a doctor. but he's the only one that's coming out and giving facts and all paperwork. You know that they should have released when it first come out. It's been released now, and he's like going through it, and he goes through it step by step by step. And honest to God, reading it, I'm like, we shouldn't have had his first ones. But like you said, Claire, through fear, it's amazing.
It's
what
all
we
right
go
saying in
through fear.
hindsight, innit? Because if I could go back in time, I'd have had them again. Do you know what I mean? I'd have still made the same decision.
Yeah.
It's
Would you have had him? Would you have had him?
well, I'm just saying, if I didn't know, even like if I didn't know what I know now, and I repeated it, and I'd still make that same decision because
Yeah.
it was scary. I've never been so
We're
scared.
scary. No, at the time, you've got all these people. Do you know what, no
Yeah,
limits?
well, I would transfixed on you.
And do you know what I would have done if I could do it again? But I think, like Claire's right. I think the scariness of it.
That's what it
I
is.
was
yeah.
absolutely petrified.
Yeah.
We
I mean,
were-
for
we were,
us,
we were,
it
petri-
was-
we were scared, and they were saying that this was the only way to make it so you didn't die if you got COVID. And then it with that also, you're not allowed out to go in public unless you've got ththese COVID passport things. That
and
were
then
in.
passports
So
never
then
come again.
You
do you
really
know?
you ended up having no choice but to have them first ones.
You did. But I mean, for us, like you said, Claire, it was scary because I know your dad's not well.
No, my dad's had all his for. He's and do you know what? I'd push him for him. Do you know what I mean? I'd if he weren't having him, I'd say go and get it. I'd still say now go and get it done.
Jules has just put
Because
we
he's
jabs were
vulnerable.
out sooner, and my bro might still be here. But again, that's what they were talking about. They think COVID entered UK before they actually announced that it were in UK.
Did first
Do you
case
know?
was in China, and it was in late December.
Yeah. I mean, when we got, you, my mom, Michael, they were really bad. I think it were end of November. He thought he were dying. You actually thought that was the first time John thought we'd have to go to hospital.
I've had pneumonia 3 times, so if I
Yeah.
get cold, it goes straight to my chest. If I get cold or
So
flu,
he
it's straight to my
thought
chest.
when he
but
first got it, he thought
It was
that
flu.
it was just flu. But we were like
no, because
90% sure we were going to go to hospital, and he were like, "No, I don't want to go yet."
Oh no, I remember we didn't.
Oh,
'cause
no.
we didn't even know about COVID.
No,
then.
we didn't know. We didn't know about COVID till
Well,
end
we
of
did a
January.
COVID, but it were in China only. It were only in January that it started coming over here. This was before Christmas, so
Yeah.
It was like a month later, weren't it, when it sort of like hit news here? I think it was towards end of January. I think it was towards end of January, weren't it? When
January.
you did a little
But
bit
these
about
all
it.
be-
At
but
the beginning
you're-
of
you're
January,
all
it
poorly.
happened in China.
But y'all were all poorly before then.
Yeah.
And it were
Really,
like,
and I thought that were it. I honestly thought that were it one night.
yeah, you did. Yeah, it were really bad with it. But I
I
think
agree. I agree with you. It is a personal preference.
it is. But when you've got
It
like for me, I've got asthma. So I know I'm smoking, but I've got asthma. So for me, it were like, God, if I'm one of the weaker ones. Daughter were type 1 diabetic. She just had Fletcher. She were pregnant with Arthur, and it were like, oh my God, I can't go near her because she's having a jab. So we need to have ours to make sure we can still go.
I had mine for my mum and dad.
My brother caught COVID in hospital more than months being a delivery driver, and he caught nothing. Oh, bless. Do you know?
You see, I've got asthma and my heart condition, so I was like shitting myself.
Yeah.
So I didn't leave house.
But for all those that lost their lives, again, that had an influence on us going for his jabs. Do you know?
And again,
people
I didn't want to give anything to mum. I didn't want to give anything to my dad.
Yeah. But like Jules, not unfortunately, Jules lost a brother, do you know? And it was due to COVID before COVID even come out. And all those people, like I said, lost family members, lost friends, do Do you know? And for me, those that didn't, that were against it, and they were like on this rampage, saying this, and do you know what I mean? And it's like, actually, yeah, you can say you were right, but where's the consideration for those that lost their loved ones? Do you know?
Most people, you know, got vaccinated to protect others.
It was, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got some friends, they got vaccinated because they go on holiday abroad. They couldn't get on a plane unless they're vaccinated. So unfortunately, they've had to make that choice. But it weren't a choice. It was
They didn't have a choice.
No, it was
they didn't go.
have them or you don't go abroad. So there was no
Yeah.
choice in what they needed to do. Do you know? Luckily, there's been no side effects. But my cousin and uncle died with it. My cousin was in a coma. Exactly, Claire. I live with my mum also. We both have ours together at the same time zone. Yeah, we did. Yeah. But I mean, to lose a loved one in normal circumstances,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a different loss, but to COVID, it was like, it would just, but what got me is anybody that passed away between January and 2 years later was all put down for COVID. But yet
it didn't matter if if it was an underlying health condition or if it were a stroke, heart attack. It was just all COVID.
Went down as COVID. So how wrong were the statistics when it come to, do you know? And it's just awful. There were just too many losses. And again, I'll always say, those that had it, we had it for a reason, and those that didn't have it need to sort of like have empathy to those that did, because we didn't do it because we wanted to. We did it because we felt we had no choice.
Yeah. And this is why I've stopped watching news now, because when COVID came about, I had it on 24/7. Even if I was sat here doing paperwork, I'd got it on it background, and I got upstairs. It was same with Twin Towers.
Yeah.
When that happened, 9/11, and I just panicked, and my mum and dad were going on holiday about a week later on an aeroplane, and I was just constantly watching it, and I've just switched myself off now from news for a bit, because it's just doom and gloom over and over.
I didn't
even know Queen had died, and I just didn't know. I'm driving home and said to my mum, "You all right?" She went, "No, not really." I'm like, "Why? What's up?" She went, "Queen's died," and I'm like, "Is she?" I've just cut myself off.
Do you know? I did. I cut myself off. I cut myself off from certain from main news. And when Queen
I have no clue what's going on.
When Queen died, I text Dan and Joe, because they were actually at Dan's sister's wedding, and I text them and I put, "Queen's died," and Dan went, "I know, the wedding's gone sombra." Because everybody, you're at a wedding and you're discussing what's happening on news. Do you know?
I do get news bulletins through.
I get them on my phone.
I get them on my phone, and I'll just read what it says, and then that's it. I don't open it up. I've just
read what I need to read.
I've just had enough of it. Like I say, it's just all doom and gloom, and I don't want to live in that doom and gloom.
Do you know, John always said, "I live in a bubble," because things can happen around the world, and it's not ignorance on my part, but it's like I live in Lindsay's bubble, and if it's not in my bubble, then I don't listen to it. Do you know? I don't look.
Thing is with me is I get too invested in it, and then I just end up making myself ill.
Yeah. I think a lot of people made themselves ill, because it was sort of like every house you went to, well, you shouldn't have gone to houses in COVID, but every time you made a phone call, you could hear news in background, because everybody had got it on. And I think, like you, Claire, me, I'm easily become obsessed
Yeah, and it don't do any good for my depression and
I
anxiety.
don't think it does any good for anybody that suffers with anxiety and depression. I think having news on, even just to listen to it at tea time, can trigger and it can trigger an attack. Do you know? Because your mind's just sort of like in
definitely.
that moment.
It's like everything with Russia. I'd got that on constantly, and I'm like, oh my God, there's going to be another war, and then I'm like planning to put a bunker in my garden and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I get myself worked up, and it's just like enough's enough.
So when I come to your house next, if there's a bunker, make room for us.
Do you know what? You're going to laugh at me now, but you know
I wouldn't, because I said to John, can we build a bunker in our back garden? And he went, no.
You know them big metal containers that they use?
Yeah.
I want one of them putting underground.
That, do you know, with natural air coming in, so you're not taking it for granted. I know, Claire, I've already discussed it. I don't watch mainstream media at all. If I need news, Facebook, Twitter, Google, etc., all of everything I need, and I can further research past what certain organisations want to do. 100%, Scott, 100%.
No, I'm not on YouTube.
Didn't have news on. I had Netflix. I think at this moment in time, I mean, my heart goes out to everybody in Ukraine. It really does. And my heart goes out to those Russians that don't know what's going off. You know,
do you know what? I think what makes me so annoyed is I can't do anything about it.
No, there's nothing.
You know, so...
No, there's nothing. Prayers is all that anybody can send. And unless you're a big believer in prayer, then do you know what I mean?
And I've learned the hard way. I don't send, and I feel awful for saying this, and I feel awful for not doing it, but I won't even send money because it doesn't go where it wants to go.
Where it's needed. No, it don't. I had to stop watching news with Russia and Ukraine and with people saying the extreme. Then I didn't stop panicking about my boys. I don't give two shits about me, but it's their future. Do you know what, Jules? I think a lot of people can relate to that. It's not sort of like us we're worried about. It's the next generation. It's the generation after that. It's the generation after that. But a thought is also a prayer. It is, Joe. And that's what I'm saying. I think if you just think. But I mean, there's so many Russian. Again, do you know when I hate watching, but I'm like Netflix film guru here. Do you know what I mean? And I always watch things on war, from old to new, everything, black and whites. If it's to do with war, I watch it because it's not the war, it's the history that we're sort of like looking at. What pisses me off though is we don't see no English. It's all American. We need to see more English sides to the war. Do you know
what pisses me off, Lindsay, is that we just don't learn from it. We don't learn from it.
We don't. Do you know, that's one thing I don't think we'll ever do. And it's everybody in general. It's nobody learns from nothing. Do you know, we can have one government in and they're all saying they're going to do this, they're going to do that, blah, 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 blah. The next government will promise all sorts, but when they get in, they can't do it. They have to stick by what the first government said. Do you know what I mean? So backtrack. I think Queen should run the country. Not the Queen, the King. the King should be the one that makes decisions. And I'd cut all Parliament down to national limit wage or wherever it is, and put them on the wages that the working class, not the rich, the working class are on. And let's see how long they last on their wages when they're not getting any extra into help with the rent or with the gas, their electric, the food.
No, they don't have to pay gas when you're a politician. I'm like, what?
No. You're not allowed to. Oh, hang on, Scott. You're not allowed to show English history anymore, especially war-related. That's taboo now. Do you know it is? But do you know it's funny how Jacob? We had grandsons last night. Jacob's 7, and now we're 3 next Friday. But Jacob said, we're learning religion at school. And I went, oh, are you? And I went, what you learning? He went, yeah, we're learning about Christianity. It's one of the oldest religions. And I went, but it's not, Jacob. I says, go back to your teacher and tell your teacher to look up paganism, because paganism was the first ever religion, or well, as far as I know, it was the first ever religion before Catholic, Protestant, Christian, Jehovah's Witness, whatever come in. Do you know what I mean? I says they were wiped out because of different beliefs, and we were all witches. Do you know?
Yeah.
We didn't comply. And it's sort of like, and I said to Jacob, I says, I do like the fact they've started with Christianity, because normally in schools today they start off with religions that aren't.
My son never did Christianity, did everybody else's religions
Well,
at school.
to be honest, when I got into secondary school, we had RE. Can you remember having RE, Claire? Religious education. We had RE. And for first year I did it. Then it come to the second year, and I wrote myself a note and signed my mum's name.
As to sign everybody else's.
Lindsay cannot do RE because it goes against her beliefs.
Do you know what though? I think it's good that they teach different religions and not just one, because we are a multinational.
We are and
society.
this is on to World Cup. So, John, oh, don't go to sleep. I want a cigarette, numpty. This brings us on to this religion thing, this FIFA World Cup. I know not everybody's into football and everything else, but Scotty's put, we did Hindu, Christian, Islam, and then the rest of RE was about moral dilemmas such as death penalty. How was he
How was that RE?
Yeah. How was that? Oh, yeah. I can still do my mum's signature. I just need a checkbook. My mum won't let me near a checkbook
and pen.
Do you know?
Yeah. A lot of people have boycotted World Cup this year. It don't feel like World Cup. It's been in like
Do you know, there's not been as much hype towards the World Cup.
No, it's a weird one.
And I mean, they said it, and it were one at pundits, and I really don't like him. What's his name, John? Roy Keane. I don't like Roy Keane. Really don't. I think he's an arrogant son of a bitch. But he made a comment, and he were on about, because they can't come in with this One Love armband, people are getting turned away with T-shirts. Unfortunately, at the gates, they've got no choice. If they get turned away, they've got to make them changes. But the players on the field, instead of just doing this, just all wear the armbands.
I had this conversation.
End of World Cup. That's it. They've all done the same.
I had this conversation though with Aaron, and not that I usually agree with FIFA, but it's football, and that's fetching for me politics into it. And
yep,
football should be about politics
going off into this.
Yeah, it's a fine line.
John, the other day, I read somewhere somebody had put a post on, and when you think I'm going to reply, but I'm not going to reply, and you type it all out, and then you delete it and think, no, just go past the post. Yeah. Somebody had put on all about FIFA and stuff, and I said to John, I says, do you know the thing is though, when people come to England, we have no rules. We have no, there is no set, you have to be a Catholic. We've got, England is an open religion.
It is. I agree though with what Scotty said.
When we go to another country, if their religion is no alcohol, no showing shoulders, you've got no showing, whatever it is, if we've gone there, we should respect their wishes, because when they unfortunately, and this is what I hate about UK, is when everybody comes to our country, it's do you know what I mean? We can do what we want. We can upset the ranks by saying, well, I'm offended by this and I'm offended by that. That's down to government. It's down to people, you know. But I do believe that when we do go to another country, we need to respect.
When I've gone abroad,
You know what I
when
mean?
I've gone abroad on holiday,
Yeah, whether
when
you
I've
agree
gone
with it or
abroad on
not.
holiday, I always visit the mosques, the churches, the cathedrals, and I always respect them by putting on whatever they give me to cover my legs, to cover my shoulders, to cover my head, because it's their culture, it's their country, and I should respect that. I'm visiting. And yeah, I can understand people are pissed off because they can't have a drink. But then they knew that anyway. But I will say one thing. They obviously have their own beliefs. They don't believe in like Scott says, LGBTQ. But they have opened their arms and said, "But you are welcome."
Yeah.
So why have we then got to take it this one step further? Do you know what I mean by making it into politics and wearing these bands?
Yeah.
You can't change someone's beliefs like that.
No, you can't.
It's like me forcing you to be Catholic, or do you know what I mean? You can't do it.
No.
I'm not saying I agree with it, but you can't do it.
No.
And I think they have.
It's like saying we do
it and said, "Look, you are welcome.
Other
We're
people
not going to kick you out."
to sort out, not us.
It's
For me,
it's an odd one.
For me, World Cup should
Scotty.
just be about football and that's it. And politics can be discussed somewhere else.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
no,
exactly. Like I said, I don't believe that I'm not on the same wavelengths of them. You know, I accept everybody and everybody. I really don't care. I judge a person as a person. Don't mean I like everybody, but it's not because of anything other than their personality. If I don't like someone, but yeah, it's I think they have been accommodating.
Yeah. I mean,
And at the end of the day, if they didn't want this to happen, then FIFA shouldn't have let it be there.
No, they shouldn't. And Scotty's just put at the same time, if you're inviting the world for a tournament, you have to concede accepting them to some degree, 100%. And if FIFA cares about anything, the workers' rights abuse have been ignored. They have. But I agree.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Scotty. I'm not on their side. I'm just saying that I think that they have, they've had to, haven't they? They've had to. It's not because they wanted to. They've had to be accepting. But yeah, I think politics and football shouldn't go together.
No, they shouldn't. Jules has put, I do have respect for Iran for not singing. No, or is it singing their national anthem because of the women being killed in their country?
They wouldn't sign it, would they? They would sing it.
I mean, it's awful. Do you know, we look at world, and do you know, I once had Jehovah's Witnesses knocking on my door, and I must have had them in house for about 3 hours because they knocked on the door and they were going on about, and I went, I don't believe it. And they went, why? And I went, because we're living in hell. What we're living in is hell. We can make it as good or as bad as we want, meaning the bad people, the good people. Do you know what I mean? But to me, if there is a heaven, this has got to be hell because of what
I agree.
Everything people have to go through on a daily basis. Do you know what I mean? It's like we've just all been thrown down here and we'll descend when we need to descend. Do you know what I mean? We've got lessons to learn, I think, but I do believe this is hell because if it wasn't,
I always say that to Aaron.
Why isn't the divine energy healing those that need to be healed? Do you know? Why do we go through shit we have to go through if it wasn't? What's your thought?
The thing is no one can live forever, and for people, for new life to come into this world, then people have got to leave this world. So if you start fixing everybody, where's everybody going to be? There's not enough room. It's that's the cycle of life, isn't it?
It is. I mean, today on news, we were driving. I think we were driving to Chesterfield this morning, and it said on news that now they are going to allow abortions to be, if the Down syndrome babies, they can have them later. And to me, again, I totally disagree, because it's a life. And you know, when we were back in 60s, 70s, if you had unfortunately, if you had a Down syndrome baby, they were sort of mollycoddled too much. Whereas though I think now,
Got independence.
They've got so much independence. They've got so much out there. I mean, we've got models, we've got songwriters, we've got so many good artists. You know, when you look out there, and it's sort of like,
so there should be. You know, it's again, it's learning and progressing, isn't it? It's I used to think, why are we classed as part of animal kingdom? We're not
We are.
animals. Bloody hell, our behaviour, I think we're worse than bloody wild animals.
No.
Way that we are.
We are wild animals.
We're worse.
We're not wild animals.
We are wild animals.
No, we're a virus.
We're a virus.
Yeah, we're just horrible.
Do you know, you get your good, you get your good, but you also get your ugly. Do you know?
Yeah, I mean, what's need for awful conflict and stuff? It's just unnecessary.
It is.
You
Go on.
know what we do, and look at our virus action, you find it's very similar. It spreads, and that's what we do.
Well, don't, yeah. John says when you look at what we do, when you look at a virus, look how a virus spreads, and look at what we put out ourselves. Do you know? It's just crazy. It's crazy. We're human. The only thing that separates us from wild animals is law and order. Once law gets ignored, we're no better.
Thing is though, Scotty, I mean, especially abroad, I mean, law and order, them that's in law, they're all corrupt. It's just a mad world. It's a mad world. And this is why I don't watch the news.
Exactly. It comes back to news. We don't watch news. Anybody that's watching, don't watch news. It's full of shit. It's doom and gloom. Live your lives. Live in your bubble. And
no, you need to know what's going on, but yeah, just don't know. No, can't.
Am I right? I'll cut tonight.
And this is why I don't do politics.
No, I don't. Look at the state of my hair.
I just live in Groundhog Day, me.
Groundhog Day. That's why I don't socialise. Find the Scotty. You've got to socialise with us. We're all animals of the same breed. Whatever you do, whatever path you take, make sure it's the path, your path, and no one else's. Again, that can be difficult at times for some. They need to break off and find the path, and they'll find it eventually. Off topic, but I'm following a Yorkshireman on Instagram.
That's awesome.
Who's a gym instructor and gives all disabled elderly exit classes. Free class. Does he?
Right, good.
Well, you're going to have to send him me, because I'm going to write to him and say, look, I'm a fatty and I need to lose weight and I can't walk, I can't lift, I can't bend. There's no I can do.
Dear me, dear no.
Do you know? Do you know? There's no video tonight, is there? Do you know? They'll be watching other groups that are live. We need a live. I don't know. Well, I think we're going to call it, because I'm going to have another drink off camera. And Simon will be live shortly, if he's not already. No, another hour before Simon's live, I think. But yeah, don't forget to join GS Paranormal Live. Claire, you stay where you are. Claire, do you want to say good night?
Good night, everyone. Sweet dreams. Take care.
It's GS Rant of the Day. That's what you need to be looking on. John, do you want to shout good night?
Good night.
That weren't shouting.
Good night, everybody, and we will be live at some. God, my hair. We will be
Oh,
live
Maltesers.
at some point next week.
I've got to watch Strictly.
We will
I
be
need to catch up
live.
with my Strictly.
We will be live one night next week. We promise. Or if not, we'll be out in day. Me and Claire will go out in daytime and do a day one on Wednesday. I think that might be good to do. I'm at Jordan's Monday. So Wednesday, me and Claire will go out in day. I'll get John to drop me off at Claire's. And we'll go out in day and have a look around some places anyway. So get ready to join us. I'm gutted Dill and Tyler out. I'm gutted Dill and Tyler out. Is that for film?
Is it Dill or die? Die and Tyler out.
Teasers and watch Casualty. Night Wayne, night everybody. Carol, night Joe, night Jules. Pardon?
Charlie still in it.
Charlie? No, Charlie died. What year are you on? Yeah. He died.
I think he's on it character, I remember.
It's so far behind. Right.
I thought he died and come back.
Take care, everybody. Good night.
Good night.